Welcome back to MVP Auto 8000, we're going deeper than anyone else has gone yet. This isn't just a review. This is an experience, a full exploration, a journey into why this new machine from Honda has already stirred conversation across Asia, Europe, South America, and nearly every market where small displacement bikes rule the roads. When Honda announced the Square X125 concept back in late 2024, most enthusiasts assumed it would stay a concept. The idea of combining sharp, boxy neo-retro styling with modern electric-like visuals, but with a 125cc engine, felt unusual, even contradictory. Yet Honda has proven once again that contradiction can become innovation when executed with precision. The 2026 Honda Square X125 is the final form of that bold concept. And now, with production models rolling out, it's time to answer the questions people have been waiting for. What exactly is this new bike? What segment does it target? What kind of rider is it for? And most importantly, is it any good? Before we dive into the details, imagine for a moment a motorcycle shaped not by tradition but by pure design experimentation. Imagine a bike that borrows a silhouette from electric scooters, angular street fighters, the Cub family, and even Honda's own modern ADV lineup. Now imagine all of that compressed into a 125cc commuter that promises efficiency, style, and a kind of unusual uniqueness that turns heads in every neighborhood. That is the Square X125. The first thing you notice as the sun rises over the machine is its distinct square LED headlamp. No curves, no softness, just bold geometry. It's framed in a matte black housing that complements the bike's overall futuristic look. Honda has taken the square theme seriously here. The front fairing has edges where you'd expect slopes, the instrument cluster is framed in a boxy pattern, the side panels resemble folded metal sheets shaped into perfect angles, and even the taillight mirrors the geometry of the headlamp. It's a consistent design language, almost architectural, as if the bike were carved out of a solid block rather than assembled from parts. Moving closer, the detailing becomes more impressive. Honda has integrated subtle metallic accents across the body, but nothing flashy or overdone. It feels premium without screaming for attention. And despite the angular design, the ergonomics are surprisingly friendly. The seat isn't sharp or uncomfortable, it's contoured in a way that balances the design theme with practical everyday use. The riding triangle feels natural for city environments. You sit upright, relaxed, but with just a hint of forward lean for control and confidence. Starting the bike reveals a new audio signature in Honda's 125cc family. The engine note is characteristically smooth but deeper than expected, almost like Honda engineered a richer, rounder exhaust tone to match the bike's edgy personality. It doesn't sound aggressive, because this is still a commuter, but it has presence. Something that reminds you that yes, this bike may look futuristic, but it's powered by the same reliable heart Honda has perfected over decades. Speaking of the engine, the 2026 Square X125 carries Honda's latest generation fuel-injected, air-cooled 125cc single-cylinder. It's built with improved thermal management, tighter tolerances, and an upgraded AQ program that delivers slightly better throttle response compared to older Honda 125 platforms like the Shine, SP125, or even the earlier CB125 series. The Square X doesn't try to be fast, but it tries to be smart. Honda optimized the engine not only for fuel efficiency, which early tests place at around 55 to 60 km/h depending on region, but also for smoother low-end torque delivery. This means the bike feels more alive when navigating traffic, even with light acceleration inputs. Acceleration from 0 to 40 km/h feels pleasantly brisk, ideal for city overtakes and squeezing through small urban roads. From 40 to 80 km/h, the engine shifts into its traditional 125cc character, steady, predictable, and controlled. The top speed, depending on market restrictions, hovers around 95 to 100 km/h. Nothing extraordinary, but exactly what it needs to be. And for those who want a 125 with character rather than pure performance, that's enough. In terms of ride quality, Honda's engineers have tuned the suspension to handle rough city environments. The telescopic forks at the front, combined with the preload adjustable rear mono-shock, strike a good balance between comfort and firmness. The bike doesn't bounce excessively over potholes, nor does it feel rigid. It absorbs bumps quietly and confidently. Riders who are upgrading from scooters will find the handling more stable and secure, especially during turns. Those coming from bigger bikes will appreciate the agility and easy maneuverability. Braking is handled by a front disc and rear drum in many markets, though Honda will offer dual disc variants in regions with stricter safety standards. CBS combined braking system is standard. ABS may be optional depending on the country. For a 125cc commuter, the braking setup is adequate, responsive, predictable, and consistent. Where the Square X125 really shines is in its technology package. Honda has loaded this bike with features that normally don't appear in the 125 segment. The full-color TFT display is sleek, clear, and customizable. It offers 3 display modes: modern, retro, and minimalist. All 3 screens share the same information: speed, fuel, trip, time, gear position, and engine diagnostics, but the styling gives riders a personal touch. There's also Bluetooth connectivity, allowing turn-by-turn navigation, call alerts, message notifications, and ride analytics via Honda's smartphone app. It's rare to see such features in a small commuter, and Honda clearly knows it. This is how the brand adds value without compromising affordability. Honda has even included a USB-C fast charging port positioned conveniently near the handlebars. For urban riders who rely on smartphones for navigation, this is essential. There's also a small underseat storage compartment, not as big as a scooter's, of course, but enough for documents,